I'll go first. So here's what I'm watching these days. And I feel like we haven't talked about this in a while. So I'm glad we're doing this. Hacks.
Yeah.
Jean Smart is having an HBO moment, and I'm really, really into it. I'm here for it. I loved her in The Watchmen. I thought she was brilliant as Kate Winslet's mom in Mayor of Easttown. Like, I loved that show. I mean, I cried like the last 30 minutes of the last season. Like, not because it's a bad thing, but that's how much it drew me in. It was so good. And now she's holding her own on her own show as a veteran stand-up comic who's trying to remain relevant. Highly recommend if you are into Jean Smart like I am right now. There's also a couple of reality shows that I have on rotation. I'm following up on Love is Blind After the Altar. You guys, it's a quick binge. It's like 3 episodes. The recap is drama-filled. You find out about my girl Giannina. Samesies. They had to do that. The drama with Barnett and his wifey. And like the couples that I was rooting for, you get to find out about them too. I'm trying not to give any spoilers, but really trying to get people to watch it. And then
also there's a crossover. Wait, you have to mention the like reality TV crossover. Did you not get to Damien yet?
What do you mean?
Oh
What's
my
his
God,
crossover?
Francesca?
What is his crossover? No. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
I didn't realize she was on another show.
Yes.
She was. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So for anyone that loves like a reality dating show, there's a great crossover moment with a contestant from another show that we may have talked about earlier. So
let me just say, Damien,
watch.
Boy,
what are you doing?
Oh my girl, like, come on. Like,
Yeah, that was pretty messed up.
What's happening? You have to watch to figure out what we're talking about. The next one is, and I know I'm late on this, you guys. Selling Sunset. I just caught up on the Chrishell Justin Hartley breakup. Oh my God, that was heart-wrenching. However, did you see who she's dating now?
I sure did. I saw pictures of them on the yacht. Snuggling, canoodling.
Even know what that's about. I mean,
they look very happy.
They do, but don't dip your pen in the company ink. That's all I'm saying.
And they're like on a jet with Mary, who he also dated for a long time and shares a dog with. So it's like a little too close to home. But you do you, Chrishell.
If it works for them, whatever. Who am I?
Yep.
But I just, again, whatever.
Gordon, are we boring you?
I know.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Now it's my turn. This isn't a book. This is a star's notebook.
It's your pretend book.
You'll like this one. You'll like this one, I promise.
Bit, though. It worked for the bit.
Sure did.
But wait, Gordon, you'll like this one. The show, the movies that made us on Netflix.
I do like that one.
Yes. It talks about iconic movies, like all of the behind the scenes information on how they were made. Like, I love it's like a full show of fun facts about all of these amazing movies. Like, can you imagine Eric Stoltz as Marty McFly in Back to the Future? No. Did you know that freaking Dan Aykroyd wrote about like his family business? He has like ties to the paranormal. Like, that's a fun fact. And Die Hard started filming without an ending. Like, they didn't even know how it was going to end. Like, all that fun stuff about all these amazing movies, they're in this series, and that's what I'm watching.
It's like the Food That Built America, but like movies form, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys both love that show, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's not
wow.
a reenactment, but
yeah, fun facts.
Yeah. A bunch of fun facts. I mean, did we get you back, Gordon? Like, what are you watching?
What am I watching? Well, I'll tell you. When the awful virus ruined all of our lives and they sent us home and then they started putting first-run movies into our homes, I got so excited because I love going to the theater, but I hate somebody behind me talking or some kind of distraction. So the idea of a first-run movie in my home has always been very appealing. So now that HBO Max has done that and they've been releasing their movies to watch in the home as well as in the theater, the Suicide Squad came out last Friday. It's based on the DC comic. Margot Robbie Idris Elba, John Cena. Checked it out last Thursday night. It launched Thursday at 7. It's pretty good. It's really good actually. It's not a remake and it's not a direct sequel, even though some of the same characters were in the previous one. It's just like a really fun, solid action flick. It is. I will say this: it earns its rating. It is gory. So if you do not like, if you go in there expecting like an Avengers-esque thing, this isn't quite it. It's a little darker. There's a significant amount of gore. So take that into account if you decide to check this out. Next up, I got to call out Holy Moly again. My favorite summer show. Just the ridiculous mini golf. It's such a blast to watch. One of those shows, and I don't just. Here's the thing. So there's one thing that's like run across a big ear of corn, and the corn has airbags that explode and try to knock you off into the water. And I don't just watch it being like, haha, that guy fell in the water. I watch it like, how would I do it? I feel like I'd run 3/4 of the way and maybe dive. And could the air, if I'm in the air, could the airbag not? I don't think it could. So I watch it on several different levels, much like how I watch Jeopardy. So yeah, Holy Moly, ABC, Thursday.
Also,
love it
like,
so much.
Whose job is coming up with like a rotating ear of corn to like bust people out into the air? Like, what a fun job coming up with this.
I got to tell you, in my Survivor days, there's a guy named John Kerhofer who's been with them for 20 years and does every one of their challenges. It's the best job there possibly is. You just get different puzzles and different games and play them. And like, could this thing knock somebody in the water? And like that guy's got the dream job. So if this doesn't work out, I'm going to go work for Holy Moly. I'm going to be one of the people manning the ear of corn airbags to knock somebody in the water. Next up, Rick and Morty is about to wrap up its season, and boy, that's not for everybody. This show, but it's just great sci-fi humor, some toilet humor, but overall, it's a lot of fun. Again, that one gets a warning, just like the Suicide Squad gets a warning. It's not for everybody. Maybe check out a trailer before you jump in. And then finally, AEW Dynamite. This summer, now that people are finally getting to go back to shows, wrestling is getting their audience back, and it really is, the secret sauce to professional wrestling is a live reaction to what's going on. And with WWE heading into SummerSlam, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, there's going to be a lot of good things there. AEW is launching a new show this Friday called Aew Rampage. It seems like the whole industry is heating up. Not only that, the hot rumor is that AEW is going to sign quite a few big name free agents, formerly from WWE. So that's something else to keep an eye on. Wrestling is at its best when there's some kind of competition, and it seems like WWE finally has some competition. So that's what I'm watching.
Okay.
Wow.
So fun.
I'm taking notes.
Right?
I know.
Right?
I'm pretending I know what you're talking about with WWE,
You're like,
but
Yeah, like literally all of them. I haven't seen any of them.
If you get bored, just pick up a book and start coming through it.
Yeah.
No, but Gordon, you're passionate about that, and I'll give it a shot. I mean, remember we went to that like AEW, and that was fun.
Rose went to a Dynamite taping, and she loved it. She was doing all the chants.
Fun.
She was doing.
Get into it.
Rose, I've always said if I could bottle your enthusiasm and sell it, I'd be a rich man.
It's true.
I love a
Very
shared
true.
experience. I love a shared experience.
You're like human
who's
caffeine.
Yeah.
Liz, you're up.
Well, listen, I'm taking notes. I'm going to watch the movies that made us. Rose's recommendation. Gordon, I'm probably going to try to watch Holy Moly. Like, I think that could be a whole lot of fun. But here's what we're watching at home. And when I say we, I mean me, just me, because the kids are watching whatever else they want. 2 of these shows already wrapped up, and I watched them while they were happening. And I got to be honest with you, there's only one show that I'm watching, Married at First Sight, that is live and still airing. And I don't like it as much, right? Because I just want to continue I want to binge watch these, right? I don't want to wait till next week. Come on, guys. When you got me in front of the TV, I just want to keep going until I pass out. Basically.
Now that is a TV fan.
Yeah, when I go back to the show and it's like on episode 6 and I'm like, I don't remember 4 of those episodes, so I have to rewatch it. But
If I don't
Anyway,
wake up and Netflix doesn't have that warning, are you okay? Do we need to send somebody to your home?
You failed, Netflix.
Okay.
Come on. So speaking of Netflix, I'll start with them. So Glow Up. I love reality TV, but I really love reality TV that is sort of like a competition and people are creative, right? So love Glow Up. Watched the first season, and so this season was just as fun, where people get to they have a competition where each week they're asked to do something different in terms of makeup, so a different theme. And so this particular show is not necessarily about gory makeup, like if you remember Face Off on FX. I loved that show too.
That was a great show.
Yeah,
me too. Bring that back. But it's very similar to that, except it's more of like beauty, and they do bring in some additional challenges, but I love that show. Also, what wrapped up was Making the Cut, which is on Prime, and I love that show as well. So Heidi Klum doing a really great job with, with all of their contestants, and they get to like actually make designer clothes every week, and the winners would have their designs sold online on Amazon Prime. So it was really cool. I may have cheated and like looked ahead to see what I could buy on Amazon Prime. But that was really fun. And I love when people win that I kind of was rooting for them for the very beginning. So loved both of these finales, and I won't ruin them for you. Watching currently now Married at First Sight, and gosh, we're on season 3 now, and I didn't watch the first season, but watched the second season, and I'm totally invested because second season, there was Jamie and Beth, and my name is Liz, and my husband's name is Jamie, and that was a big joke at our house, right? So it was pretty funny. We watched that during quarantine, and it was a whole lot of fun. So this year, this season, I mean, I have favorites already, like Bao and Johnny. Are you guys watching? Anybody watching Married at First Sight?
Not.
No.
Bao and Johnny, really great. So the premise is these people put all of their trust and faith into these experts who, after filling out, I'm assuming some crazy questionnaires, they match them up based on science and what they believe is compatible. And so they don't even get to meet or speak to each other until their wedding day. So they see each other for the very first time as they're coming down the aisle. It is insane. And yet it works. Like, it's so crazy when you start to see the journey of these couples going through. And I referenced Jamie and Beth. They're still married. So it is a whole lot of fun. And so this year I already have my favorites. So if you're watching, or if you go to watch, check out Bao and Johnny. They're a really great couple. I feel like they will definitely make it. And Michaela and Zach, for some reason, I kind of like very much too. So I won't give any of it away, but definitely check it out and let me know. I'd be so interested to hear if you guys watch this. I mean, I find it so interesting, especially because it's very similar to like an arranged marriage, right? Where you don't, although you get to meet each other before the wedding. I mean, these people are literally putting their entire futures on the line and saying, yeah, I'm just going to trust you. I'll marry whoever you say I should marry. And then, obviously at the end of this, they have the option of getting divorced. So I just find it interesting. I love it.
But there's never been someone that's like gotten to the end of the aisle and be like, nope, not for me. Like they all say yes and they all go through with the wedding.
They'll have to.
They have to.
Okay.
It is a part of the show, so they have to, and I'll get this wrong, but I can make it up, and you guys can fact check me later. But I think they have to live with each other for a determined amount of time, so for a couple of months, and after that, then they get to decide. They sit the couples down and they say, "Are you going to stay married, or are you going to split up?" So they have to give it the real effort for that amount of time. I'm going to say like 6 months, but whatever that amount of time is, they have to give it a true effort. And they even make them move in together. It's really interesting. It's a really great show.
So
that's
everyone
really
has
impressive.
To swipe right.
Yeah, because on Holy Moly, you can get up to the big ear of corn and be like, nope, not gonna do it.
I was like, where's he going with this?
Where's this? I know. Where are you going?
Married at First Sight must have much better contracts than.
Can you imagine? You haven't seen this person, and you come down the aisle, and they're ugly, or I don't know.
Just not your type. Like maybe not ugly, but like you know.
Love is
Well,
blind.
wouldn't be
Thank
your
you.
first choice
Thank you.
in
Yes,
a
Love is
lineup.
blind.
totally not my type. But I think that's why this works and why they trust it is that they really
Yeah.
do listen to what they're looking for. So
All right.
we'll see.
Okay.
And then
I'm invested.
also, wait, I should probably watch it though, because then are there families there like watching this wedding
Yes.
and they're like, who's this person? And is anyone's family
Yes.
like, I'm not going, like this is crazy. Why are you doing this?
Yes.
Oh, see,
absolutely.
I'm in it for the family
And then-
drama. Yeah.
And they won't show up, right? So Val and Johnny, it happened this season where Johnny's dad was like, this is ridiculous. I'm not doing this, and you shouldn't either, and you don't have my blessing. So yeah, he had other
Papa
family
Johnny.
members there. I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's good stuff.
Audrey, you like a lot of family drama?
I do. I like reality.
Do?
I like family drama. I like I watch Making the Cut as well. And holy crap,
Is that on
the
your
set
list?
design on Making the Cut was insane this season. Like they must have spent
Love it.
so much money on those sets. They were beautiful. And the grand prize for Making the Cut is $1 million. Like a lot of these shows
Yeah.
are like $10,000, maybe $100,000. It's $1 million on Making the Cut. It's
Just for this
crazy.
season?
Yes.
Maybe last season, yeah. I don't know if last season was $1 million too, but this season is $1 million. And like that is so much money.
Gosh.
That is a lot of money.
Is Making the Cut on your list of what you're watching, Audrey? Can tell us
I don't
what
think
you're
so.
watching.
Where's my list? Oh my God, guys, it is. Look. So yeah,
Best friends.
Surprise!
surprise. I'm also watching Making the Cut. Yeah. So as Liz mentioned, that finale, and we're not going to spoil it, but like I said, the sets are insane. It's all outdoors because I'm assuming that they filmed during COVID, and there are some there's mask wearing. So that's definitely what happened. But there's like a circus set up, and there's oh my God, what other ones? Just like crazy outdoor runways that again they must have spent like $1 gajillion. So I don't know how they're giving away $1 million.
water.
Yeah,
The runway, the one that
Crazy.
was over water, like they're walking
Yeah.
on water, literally. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Where are
so
they
cool.
filming this? Is this in LA? Is this like where in the world?
Malibu, I want to say maybe. It's outside of LA,
Yeah, I don't
in
know.
California. Santa Barbara, something, Pasadena, somewhere. One of those places. But yeah, and my favorite thing is Scott, our other editor, interviewed Heidi and Sam for Making the Cut for a hangout. And my first question was like, please tell me they are the same as they are on TV because they are just so great together and adorable. And he said they 100% are. Like before they started filming, they weren't even like on camera and they're the exact same people and they love each other and it makes me so happy. So anyway, that's Making the Cut. Everyone I think also knows Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's been around forever, but this season with the addition of Kathy Hilton of Hilton Hotel fame and Paris and Nikki Hilton fame is on, and she is so hilarious, guys. Like you would expect her to be like very fancy, and I guess she is in some ways, but she's the most dressed down. Like she'll show up in like, you know, a button-up shirt and like jeans and slippers, and everyone's in like ball gowns, and she's like, this is what I wear during the day. Like just doesn't care about pleasing anybody. She like very much like is, I can't think of what anything's called today. Like walking to the beat of her own drum. Is that something people say? Yeah, she just like does her own thing. There's
That's a
something
thing.
with the beat of a drum, and she does her own. So Kathy Hilton is like a wonderful addition to this franchise. So if you stop watching Beverly Hills for some reason, you should come back and start watching Kathy Hilton. And then White Lotus on HBO Max. I don't know if anyone else is watching this, but it's amazing.
No.
Connie Britton is in it, and a whole slew of other people. They go to this fancy resort in Hawaii. Some people are on their honeymoon. Some people are on a family vacation. And everyone's screwed up lives kind of like intersect and convene. And it is very entertaining. It's like a little slow, which I actually like in a show. And it's more about the characters than like a really happening story. But the character development is really great, and it's a really, really cool show. And I've been seeing everywhere that it's like the best show this year. So
I know.
we
I've
definitely
been
watch
seeing
White
it on my
Lotus.
TikTok. Like,
Well, of
little
course
clips
you
here
have.
and there. I know. It's like,
Yeah.
you know.
If TikTok says it.
I know.
Cool.
And
I
then
do
Dr. Death.
some research. I do some research.
Yes, it's very practical research on TikTok. I'm sure there's great things there. I should give it a try. And then Dr. Death on Peacock, we've talked about this before, but this is the real story of a doctor who like maimed and killed patients after routine surgeries. It started as a podcast, and now it's a Peacock original. And then this is the dramatized version of it, obviously, with Joshua Jackson and Christian Slater and Alec Baldwin. And then there's a companion series that they released just after this. That's Dr. Death, the Undoctored Story, which is like with the real patients who encountered this doctor. So more of like a docuseries or something you would see on kind of like a Dateline. So really interesting to see like the dramatized version and then meet like the real version of those people. So both Dr. Deaths on Peacock are awesome. Very interesting.
You're really into true crime, right? There's like a lot of editors that are into true crime. I'm interested in it, but it scares it just scares me. It scares me that like real people like that exist. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, they do. And it is scary. But yes, I do like the true crime. I listen. Go ahead.
You could be married at first sight to somebody like that.
That's
so
true.
True.
That's true.
So true.
Psychopaths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the point is, there's so much to watch. So much to watch, guys.